Om Om Sahana Vavatu Sahano Bhunaktu Sahaviryankaravavahai Tejasvinavadhitamastu ma vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Shuklam Varadaram Vishnum Shashivarnam Chaturbhujam Prasannavadanam Dhyayet Sarva Vignopashantaye. Om Guru Brahma Guru Vishnu Guru Devo Maheshwaraha Guru Sakshat Parabrahma Tasmai Shri Gurave Namah. With this grace of God, and we start our proceedings. First, let me thank Shivani, Ashimati Vani and Shivasudev for the great opportunity given to me. They say in Kannada, Vaisadev and the Saubhagya. On this great day, a day that we have been waiting for 100 years, the installation of Prana Pratistapana of Sri Ram at his birthplace, Ayodhya. So thank you for giving this opportunity. One or two lines of we chant before one mantra of Sri Ram. All of you know it. Om Ramaya Ramabhadraya Ramachandraya Vedase Raghunathaya Nathaya Sitaya Padaye Namaha. We prostrate to the Lord Sri Ram. There, the Prana Pratistapana of Lord Rama in Ayodhya is done. Now, we have to do the Pratistapana of Lord Rama inside us. Very, very important. Install him in the heart. Actually, it is said, you must have heard in the Suprabhatam, Venkateshwara Suprabhatam. There it says, Kausalya Supraja Rama Purva Sandhya Pravartate Uttishta Narashardhura Kartavyam Devamanikam. When he was being taken there to Janaka's place, on the way, Vishwamitra tells him, Kausalya Supraja Rama, please wake up, Uttishta. Purva Sandhya Pravartate, the sun has risen. Actually, sun doesn't rise or set. He is always on. Carefully. When we turn towards him, we think he has risen. When we are turning away from him, it is sunset. It is not the sun rising or sun setting. It is we turning towards him or away from him. So like that, we don't need to install Rama in our heart. I said install him in your heart. No. He is already there. We have to only recognize he is here. Where he cannot be. Anor Aniyan Mahato Mayan. He is in the smallest star, even inside an ant or an elephant, where Akilanda Konta Brahmanda, the universe, which is, I think all of you know, millions and trillions light years, still one Lord. In the huge macro and the fine micro, there is that Rama. Rama, don't restrict it to Kausalya's son, Sita's husband, Dasharatha's son. No. He is in reality Supreme Brahma. We say in Bhajan, Shuddha Brahma Parat Pararama. Rama is the Supreme Brahman, one everywhere. So there is, in fact, there is no question of installing him in your heart. He is inside you, including in Ravana, he is there. There is no place where he is not. But Our responsibility is turn towards inside and find that supreme Brahman in and out. Tattvamasi, Aham Brahmasmi. This concept is called Rama Sakshatkara, Atma Sakshatkara, Brahma Sakshatkara. So we will try to do this. So maybe, and today will be a great day on this day of Prana Pratisthapana. Let us hope that we will have all types of success in us. And I assure you that this session, if you take it seriously, implement it, in about 70, 80 minutes, miracles will happen in your life. It is my guarantee. People give you guarantees 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and everybody gives guarantee. My guarantee is miracles will happen to you, provided. But I suggest that you sit with a pad and pen. Please note down the points that we are going to discuss. And more importantly, as our Vaniji said, knowing is not doing, doing is doing. You may know a lot. You may have a lot of capacity, potential, all you may have. But unless you convert that knowledge, capacity, skill into practice, it won't work. So it is in your hands. Convert that knowing, the knowledge, convert that skill into practice. So whatever you write down, please write your implementation plan and try to implement it in your very, very life. I think I have here in this gathering, I think a lot of youngsters also, I feel. I have not been able to see and recognize, but I think there are students also, young professionals, could be some senior executives, CEOs, general managers, and there could be some people who have just retired, and maybe some homemakers, and a large chunk of spiritual seekers. Now, what we will try to see what all we want and see how this session can help you reach that. Number one, I trust all of you want success. Nobody wants failure, hopefully. All of you want success. Second aspect that I want you to know is, I think all of you also want health also. Health. Because nobody wants to be sick. I hope you want to be healthy also. Third, and the most important, you may have all success, lot of money, huge bank balance, lot of properties, things, houses, things at home, everything you may have, but if you are not happy, what use is that success? All the money, power, position, status, things, people that you have around, if it is making you miserable, what use is that? I know there are lots of people who are wealthy, but they are miserable. I call them suffer wealth. I'm using the term carefully. Many people suffer wealth. They have got a lot of wealth, but they suffer. So ultimately, what is important, my dear friends, I think all of you will appreciate, is that in addition to the success, health, you want happiness. But you also know very well, success, any amount of success will not lead you to happiness. We are going to discuss today, what are we to do all to become successful? And this also applies to the students who are here, if you are here. Students also, they would like to succeed. Professionals. And what are we to do to become successful, healthy, and happy? Now, when we talk to lots and lots of people, they say, yeah, I want to become successful. Students also say, professionals also say, business people, entrepreneurs, people in social service, people in spiritual areas. All of them said, yeah, I want. But what to do? Where is time? Where is time? Believe me, even the most successful and happy people, healthy people in the world, and the people who are miserable, unhappy, failures, all of us have got 1,440 minutes per day. I hope my multiplication is right. I have multiplied 24 by 60. 1,440 minutes per day into 365 days per year. Every one of us have. But what is important is how much of me is there, not how much of time. It is only those people who learn the skill of managing their time. Everyone has got the same amount of resource, 1,440 minutes per day, 365 days per year. It is same. But successful people, both in the materialistic field, carefully, and in the spiritual front, they use their time better. They manage their time better. So probably, I think at the end of this session, none of you will say, I have no time. Yeah. It's a question of how, not the availability of the time, how we use the time. When you are doing a work, it is not how we are doing, how much of you is in there. And when you are spending some time in your family, in your society, or in any satsang, anywhere, all the three I must be there. It is not that how much of time, the quality of the time that you spend is very, very important. So perhaps in this background, we will straight away get into this. You are seeing on the screen what is called as a time matrix. It has got 4 quadrants: quadrant 1, quadrant 2, quadrant 3, quadrant 4. So this is from here to here, it shows important. From here to here, it is urgent. Quadrant 1 is urgent and important. Quadrant 1, please remember, if you want, you can write down also. Quadrant 1 is urgent and important. Quadrant 2 is important, this one, but not urgent. Quadrant 3 is not important, but urgent. Quadrant 4, not important, not urgent. So friends, this applies, again I repeat, this applies to all areas, right from students to the young professionals, the middle-aged executives, top executives, professionals, and CEOs, GMs, and those who are running the companies, those who are running the country and managing the world, all have this 4 times. The first quadrant, I repeat, urgent and important. Quadrant 2 is not urgent but important. Quadrant 3, urgent but not important. Quadrant 4, not urgent, not important. Problem is, most of us will be in quadrant 1. We do important things only when it becomes urgent. Students, you have got 6 months a semester. You will keep quiet for 5 months. Last 1 week, when that above that assessment or exam, at that time, you try to, till that time, all gossiping, this and that, all you will spend. Because it is important, because you think, the students think you must get marks. Any student who studies only for marks will not succeed. It is a question of you will do it only. And those of you who are into some, tax filing, you will wait till the deadline and then afterwards go in it. Or some connection, it will be cut. At that time you go. It is said by human behavioral scientists, when you do the works, important things, only when they become urgent, your efficiency will be very, very, very low. You will not succeed. Or somebody says, no. Your spirituality, what is the urgency now? Let me first retire. And then afterwards, where is the guarantee that you will be alive after retirement? No chance. Or, okay, now I will enjoy. Afterwards, I do. It won't happen. Or maybe, for example, your health, you will ignore. And only at that time, when the doctor says, hey, today onwards, if you don't practice exercises, yoga, pranayam, and meditation, and all that, can't help. We may have to amputate your leg. Then you suddenly go to the shoe shop, buy the best brand Nike shoes, and the dress from track suits. And would you not have done when you are still healthy? Big thing. So, friends, that is to be avoided. Now, okay. Now, another area that we spend most of the time is quadrant 4. I show you. Quadrant 4 is not urgent and not important. Quadrant 4 is not urgent and not important. We will be spending unnecessary time on that. Maybe various areas. You will be maybe seeing lots of serials. It is not important. It is not urgent. And the serials, 1 hour serial, you sit for half an hour before getting ready. I do not know what will happen today to that hero or the heroine, and you are sitting. And then initially they show the last one, and then advertisement. Little between there's something. Again one, and by the time nothing will happen. Again tomorrow. Like that you spend in there. Even if you miss 10 sessions, you will not have missed anything. 11th session, you will have be there. And lot of time in maybe seeing the old cricket or other matches, because there are a number of channels you go on seeing, you will be wasting time. And trying to get something, a lot of time wasters are maybe, I'm going to give you an example. I will leave it to your imagination, to yours. You must use your imagination. Marriage is going to happen. At that time, to get the best set of sarees, you form a group, 5, 6, 7, 8 people, and all of them are invited. You will have breakfast in your house or elsewhere, and gathering 1 hour, and then you go to one show. And all 7, 8 of you are gone, and that fellow will show this design, that design, that design. And one of them will say, this is okay. The other will say, no, this border is not all right. Okay, I'll take this. No, this color. And this pallu is not. And after 3.5 hours, we will say, okay, we'll go to the next shop. Same thing happens. Are you understanding? So we spend lots and lots of time in unwanted unwanted arguments, unwanted discussions. I leave it to your imagination, which is neither important nor urgent. You are spending. I'm going to give you certain things, areas. Sometimes some phone calls will come, and what can be talked in 2 or 3 minutes, you go on talking for. Hey, I'm telling you, even if your most loved one is on the phone, you must have quality time, not length of time. Are you understanding? And you will be spending a lot of time on the WhatsApp and the Facebook and all that. And some people have the habit of, gambling. All these are time wasters, are common for all people, including spiritual people. But there are quadrant 3. Quadrant 3 is one which is urgent but not important. Urgent because there's a call, It is urgent because it has come from my close associate or my in the office boss. You can't avoid, but it has come. Then there you must learn how to reduce it. And nowadays you get a lot of forwards in, don't waste your time. Maybe some of them might require, reduce that. Some mails and some reports. And of course, those of you who are still in profession, meetings. Normally, a decision which is taken to be taken by 3 or 4 people, a huge gathering, 4 people are called, they call their own people. Ultimately, as many chairs are available, people are there. And what can be finished in half an hour, 3.5 hours, 4 hours is not over. They will decide when we will have next meeting. Are you understanding? These are all. Now, this I am calling it as urgent because it has come from a person who is important to you. The topic, I hope you are getting it. Topic is not important. But because it has come from your friend and you can't afford to reject, that is called. But it is not urgent. But there are certain things which are urgent, which are important, but not urgent. Right now, it is not necessary. I'm only giving you certain things. Getting the adequate knowledge. I'm using both. Adequate knowledge as a student, as a professional, as a spiritual seeker. You need to have certain knowledge. That has to be acquired early, not when it becomes urgent. Normally, we do it in quadrant 1. And maybe you need to sharpen certain skills in materialistic areas, skills like communication, improvement of human relationship. But in the spiritual activities, some activities to calm down your mind, chitta shuddhi, chitta vishalata, chitta ekagrata, your yoga, pranayam, meditation, and our puja. And those techniques you should calm your mind. That one. And planning for the future, which is not urgent now. It is not urgent, but it is important. So, our responsibility, my dear friends, is, please write down. Number 1, try to make quadrant 0. Eliminate it. Things which are neither important nor urgent, make it 0. Eliminate it. Be very, very ruthless because you need it for you. Quadrant 3, I'm talking of all activities including spiritual. Quadrant 3, they are now not important, but it is urgent because it has come from the person whom I like. Or because of the society, because of a relationship, because of friendship. It is not important. But that you will have to reduce. I can't dare say you can eliminate. You reduce quadrant 2, which is not important, urgent. And then increase quadrant 2 means do all the activities in all the areas. No, it is very, very important. You must have, when I say all the areas, unless you have all, personal, professional, social, and spiritual. These all one should be a balanced person. But there are some people who say, no, I'm only bothered about work. Workaholic, this, I'm workaholic. And there are some people only social. One. There are some people only me. And most of them neglect the 4th spiritual aspect. Stephen Covey, in his 7 Habits of Highly Successful People, he has used one, sharpen the saw. And he very, very clearly says, I am talking about a Western management. The same expression is from Dale Carnegie, who says, if you want to become successful, you must have balance in, write down, personal, professional, social, and spiritual, which includes religious. Now, these activities which which the quadrant 2 is not urgent but important. Right now, without this, I can manage. Without pranayama, my life is going on, but it is important. So don't postpone till the last, you guys. Increase quadrant 2 means do important things before they become urgent. Carefully. And you have nothing to do in quadrant 1. Nothing. Planning and all that. Now, all of you know very well, okay, you have told me this and that and all that. Now, my question is, hey, I know it is urgent. I know. But how to know what is important? I hope all of you have this question. As the questions come, I will start answering. Number 1, we are talking of urgent, important. You have said avoid quadrant 4, not important, not urgent. Reduce urgent things which are not important. Do increase quadrant 2 where it is important but not urgent. What you would have normally done in quadrant 4, important, urgent, you are doing it now. Very important. Now question comes, how to say what is important? Start thinking. For one, this is a golden definition which my masters give me, and when I started implementing it in my life, miracles started happening in my life. And I have trained about, as Vaniji said, about 4 lakh people, and huge companies. We have transformed individuals and the companies, and they are aghast about the extraordinary output when people practice the technique that I am giving you. And I have talked to lots and lots of spiritual people, and most of them, they found this session was exciting. They were able to reach. Number 1, important things are those which are required to reach the goal. Okay. So your question was, how to know what is important? The definition is all those tasks and activities, all, in all the areas, which is required for me to reach the goal, they are important. Important. Now, question comes, then reach the goal, you have said. Then the next question is, we must have a goal. Believe me, my dear friends, in the last 40 years of my training, I have met as I said, about 4 lakh people. We have trained top general managers, CEOs, and many IAS officers and top people, IAS, IPS, and I have trained. But I found in majority of them, they agree success in all the areas is reaching the goal. Then what is your goal? What is my goal? My goal is to become successful. What is success? Achieve the goal. What is goal? To become successful. It is not going anywhere. We must have goals. And this session, I am not going to do now, because our Vani and Vasudev, they have made me do this session in this forum. It is on the YouTube. It is a 1.5 hour session. The first step, maybe before you lose time, if you have not done it, do, if not today, at least tomorrow, take a days off from your work, all your commitments. Today you set a goal. By tomorrow you will set the goal properly. Proper goal. Either people don't have goals at all, or even if they have goals, they have got such a low goals, they can easily achieve with sleeping also. I know a lot of people set such goals. They need to do nothing, automatically it will happen. But I would very, very strongly suggest, if you have not set the goal so far, set a goal now, that you will set the goal at least by tomorrow. Tomorrow, don't say, I got the office, I got this project, I got this commitment, I got this marriage, I got this, all of them will come. Because time, money loss can be gained. Even health can be recovered. But the time loss can never be got back. Don't procrastinate, do it tomorrow. So, We must have goals. And the goals, there are two areas. What is called as goals in life, called success, in your personal life, professional life, social life, and spiritual life. And more importantly, the goal of life, the ultimate goal of life, the purpose for which we have taken birth. This is called attainment of mukti. Moksha, don't get scared. Mukti or moksha is not death. You can never get mukti or moksha when you die. It is possible only when you are alive. It's called Jivan Mukta, self-realization. You must have, it's called, you must have seen in, when you go to your temple, Dharma, Artha, Kama, Moksha, Chaturvida Pala, Siddhartham, Daga, 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 Pujam Karishye. They talk of the Dharma, Artha, Kama, and Moksha. Artha and Kama means what? In success, getting more money, getting a higher position, having a bigger house and number of houses, number of this thing, a best latest model car, smart TV, phone, and smart kitchen everywhere. All those wealth is called Artha. Kama, to satisfy your sensual desires. You go to a temple, 10 rupees you give, and he will give you Dharmartha, Kama, Moksha, Chaturvida Parasiddhartham. Archana Karishye, Brahmana Mukhena. Nothing will happen except that. But he says, this is, I am not saying this is not important. Satisfying your material, not wrong. Satisfying your Kama, sensual, but it should be dharmic. Getting money, power, position, status in an adharmic way is not allowed. Nothing wrong in getting Artha and Kama, but it should be done, and it should lead you to moksha. Moksha means what? Happiness. Happiness. And happiness is something which is not dependent on your material progress. If you have got, let us say, about 1 lakh per month, 2 lakhs per month will not give you double happiness. 3 lakhs triple. No. If you have got single bedroom house, so much of happiness. 2 bedroom, double happiness. 3 bedroom, nothing. It is not dependent. They are independent. But all this success, if it doesn't give you happiness, what use it is? That is why I am fond of telling, all successful people are not happy. In fact, majority of them, they suffer wealth, as I told you. But believe me, all happy people are successful. I have no reason to mislead any one of you, my dear friends. This is a naked truth. You know very well. In fact, happiness and material success is opposite. Yesterday, I saw one person has got the costliest house. A human being, an Indian origin person, has got a house of 1,469 crores for an area of around 4 lakh, 4 acres of land. One house. But I am told they are not very happy. See, there are so many people which are so, but I am not asking you to reduce, but be successful, but be also. Actually, I am using the word be happy because you are not to become happy. You are already happy. You have to realize that you have to. Then we will divide into 2 portions. What is our success? Success, I told you, means achievement of a goal. As I told you, you must have a proper goal. Set your goal going into that talk, 1.5 hours. And then in that direction, develop the knowledge. I am applying this to all. And develop certain attitudinal skills and develop certain positive attitude. If you forget all that, remember this word, ask. Ask. Attitude, skill, knowledge. Attitude, skill, knowledge. Develop all the 3, and your time investment should be to check, yes, am I spending my time to get, see, how do you get knowledge, my dear friends? And that knowledge should be in line with your goal. Your goal is in medical field and you start acquiring engineering knowledge. That is the reason I am suggesting that you must set the goal as early as possible in life. Your goal in life is mukti, moksha, liberation. And you start getting knowledge about cinema. No. And second is the skills. The capacity to do your job is called a functional skill. Third important is in all the areas you require. In fact, believe me, my dear friends, this is a naked truth. Though Vaniji told you that I was trained by Carney, I went through a lot of management books about all this knowledge, skill, and attitude, and all that. But when I got exposed to our Puja Gurudev Swami Chinmayananda in the year 1979, we have to remember him because he is the one who transformed my life. I born in 48, I died in 79, and I was reborn. The transformation happened when I got exposed to him. I know he was such a dynamic personality. I do not know how many of you know, today we had this Rama Prajistapana, Prani Prajistapana, that he was the first, the founder, president of Vishwa Hindu Parishad in the year 1964. And he installed that idea of, in fact, he has written to a number of people, yes, you will see the building of the temple. Then he has said in 90s, he has said, he was there till 1993. And I was also present in one of his press conferences. What a powerful personality. And he said, he's made me think of, he didn't tell that read the Bhagavad Gita, read Ramayana, Mahabharata. He said, no, don't read, study them. Study, not only study, implement them. In fact, this is a great epic called Ramayana. It has got all necessary for the very good making this our place Ramarajya, prosperity, development, success in all fronts, and yet still go in the spiritual field. Be happy. It is our scriptures. In fact, I had opportunity to be in Palakkad, where I did a 10-day management training program, all based on Sundarakand only. It says how to set the goal. It says how to achieve, Anjaneya, how did he overcome his goal when he going to Sri Lanka? Yes. And it tells you how to set the goal, how to achieve the goal, how to have confidence, how to develop positive attitude, how to, there is also a lot of inputs on our decision making, problem solving, and how to communicate, how to build up relationship with people like Mantara and Kaikeyi. Oh, what a great technique. All these are in our scriptures, my dear friends. We only just keep it in our puja room, do puja. It is not going to help. If you keep a book of Bhagavad Gita or Ramayana in your puja room, no, it doesn't go, doesn't help. But give it the respect, but take it out, open it, understand it, study, and implement it. So in that direction, you have got to do this. And first few lines, we are going to talk about this, how the time matrix focus on students, professionals, businessmen, and entrepreneurs. I have told you how to eliminate quadrant 4, remove it. Excessive indulgence in anything. I think this applies to all. Overindulgence in TV, mobile, social networks, WhatsApp. Unnecessarily you go on forwarding and you are losing your time, others' time. And getting into arguments, please avoid. You are not going to make it anybody wiser. Reduce your argument and avoid majority of the unnecessary phone calls and mails. And there are lots of time wasters. And procrastination is another habit you must avoid. And I know some of you will get upset. Don't sleep much. You don't need. A healthy person does not need to be sleep. In fact, I sleep, get into bed at 10, wake up at 4 o'clock. I am always vertical other time. I have never become horizontal. The people say you will get the best of the health when you reduce your sleep. But there is no guarantee that your mind is relaxed in your sleep. Because when you are lying on the bed, for some time you get sleep. Afterwards, there is a dream. In the dream, maybe one tiger is chasing you, or your latest boyfriend, girlfriend hugging you. Both are a disturbance. So, cut 2-3 hours of sleep. Invest it in 30 minutes of meditation. I assure you, you will get more relaxed. It is a question of investment of 30 minutes, getting only 80 minutes. Is it not profitable, my dear friends? Am I not talking logic? Oh, yeah, don't write it. Practice. Cut your sleep. But I assure you, you will be relaxed. Learn the technique. But some body relaxation is necessary. Sleep for some time. But trying to do that. And now the quadrant 3 I have said you what to reduce. And quadrant 2, increase latest, be sure of your goals. In the direction of the goals, get your knowledge, sharpen skills, attitude, and very, very important, keep your mind calm and body fit with exercises, yoga, pranayam, meditation, certain values, doing some things which is good to you but not pleasant to you. Shreyas is in quadrant 2, prayas is in quadrant 3. What gives you temporary comfort, temporary pleasure is prayas. Shreyas is one which is good, which may right now not be pleasant to you. Do this here and improve your health. You have to find out all this and start doing it. And now I'll tell you, the other aspect is happiness is called Paramananda. Paramananda, Ananda does not depend on, I hope you will all agree with me, doesn't depend on money. It doesn't depend on power, position, status, positions, any person or anything outside you. Nobody can make you happy. Nobody can make you unhappy. Nothing can make you happy. Nothing can make you unhappy. Friends, let it go inside. There are some people, what to do? There are some people with Sita-like person as the wife, but miserable, unhappy. There are certain people with the Rakshasi person as the wife or husband, but still they're happy. Maybe some of you are in the audience. Intolerable wife or husband and incorrigible children, but still you are happy. There are some people with everything favorable, miserable. Please understand. I hope I'm going through. This happiness does not depend on anything or anybody. It is purely a state of mind. Then it is here that our scriptures say, you go beyond the body, mind, intellect. Now, first state of the mind. What do we do, my dear friends, is number one. I hope all of you are comfortable with this computer. Computer has got the hardware and the software. And the laptops, etc., they have also got a cover. Now find out how much of time and money should you invest. See, real value of the computer is in the software. But that software expresses through the hardware. Right now, I am moving my hand. This is the hardware. I am talking. It is the hardware. But what is making my hand move, my mouth to speak, the work of the hardware is controlled by my software. It is the software which controls, which is more important. And the other one I am talking was hardware, software is all right. But you are bothered about that cover on the hardware. Think. Hopefully I'm going through you. Find out how much time you are investing on the, what is that? Hardware cover. The shirt, the pant, the sari. I'm not saying it is not him. How much time? And then next, I know those boys and girls who initially see each other, first they get attracted by the cover on the hardware, the kind of dress he or she is wearing. And afterwards, then they go, hey, no, the body. But afterwards, when you see a dirty, filthy mind inside, even in an attractive body, you become sick. Friends, it is here that is important. We must give priority carefully. Then the cover on the hardware, to the hardware, then the cover and the hardware to the software. And now all our exercises should be how to improve the software. Deadly viruses will start attacking. All the files will go away. I know you will understand this language, I know. Be careful. Have powerful antivirus scanners which are supplied free. I'll give you one antivirus scanner today. No, after this talk, I'll give you. But you must apply it. Though it is given free, I'll give you a powerful antivirus scanner. Number one, control the mind. And go beyond the mind. That I am not the mind. I am not the body. I am not the intellect. In reality, you don't need to become happy. You are always a happy person. But unfortunately, my body problem I am miserable. My mind problem, I am miserable. Because I am attached to the body, attached to the mind, attached to the intellect, I am thinking I am the body, I am the mind. They are my tools, they are my equipments. I use the body, I use the mind, I use the intellect. I am none of them. I am that supreme. I am the Atman. The moment you try to go, dear friends, you will realize you are happy. You are not going to become happy, my dear friends. And in fact, Bhagavan Ramana Maharshi said, all of us want happiness. Happiness, Bhagavan Ramana says, is an unconscious search for true self. Carefully. Search for our happiness is an unconscious search for my true self. The moment you realize, who am I? You realize you are happy. You don't, I am using the word, he realizes he is happy. He is not going to become happy. All of you are a bundle of happiness, my dear ones. Why are you miserable? Unnecessarily. There is no reason. You need to do nothing except find out. Yes, realize, our ajnana, the wrong identity is the cause for my misery. I know the problem. I have the solution. Apply. So that is possible when you realize, if I am not the body, if I am not the mind, if I am not the intellect, who am I? Start thinking. Close your eyes if in a very minute. My body, my mind, my intellect, my computer, my this thing, my watch, my mobile. When I say my mobile, it's my mobile. I am not the mobile. My mobile, simply my body, my mind is in today happy mood, sad mood. When you say my mind, you are not the mind. Today my intellect is bright. Today my intellect is dull. My intellect, think. My mobile, I am not the mobile. My body, my mind, my intellect. Then who am I? I am the Atman. And the Atman here, that supreme getting reflected in me is the Jivatman. The same supreme getting reflected in the macro is the Paramatman. They both are same, reflecting. There is no Indian Atman, Hindu Atman, Muslim Atma, Indian's Atma, American Atma. No, or the anyone. There is only one. The moment you are able to see, there is no clash of personality. There is no clash of ego. And you don't need to change anybody. And this is how you... Now, coming to this, I am going to discuss what as for this progress, number one, avoid, you might write down one below the other, avoid nishiddha karmas. Carefully, very, very important. And nishiddha karmas are those activities which are going to harm you and others. Make it zero. Quadrant 4, I'm seeing now. Quadrant 4, make it zero. And on the other hand, you have got what are called kama karmas. I want money, power, position. Nothing wrong, but reduce it. But same, I want nothing. I am going to do karmas like that. That is quadrant 2. Karmas, there are 3. Nishiddha karmas, kama karmas, and nishkama karmas. Carefully. Nishiddha karmas, those activities which are going to harm you and others. Nishiddha. Make it zero. Kama karmas, I want this money, power, position. But I have no objection for you having artha and the kama. But adharmic, dharmic, you can keep. And as far as possible, go to quadrant 2. May your karmas, all your activities, I have got nothing. I want nothing for me. Nishkama karmas, they are called. Okay. Then there are in bhakti margas also, a lot of you do rituals. There are some people who do black magic. Rituals only to harm others. Make it zero. Or quadrant 3, those activities, puja, etc., havan, homa, I want this. Putra kameshti yoga, rajasi yoga, Vajpayee yoga to get a chair. This is there also in puja also, in bhakti also. Number 1, avoid those activities which will harm others. Reduce those for which you are doing, I want this, I want that. And then in what do? You go to a temple. You go to your puja room in front of it. But ask him, no, I don't want anything, Lord. The real devotee is one who wants the God, not for the gifts. You know, Krishna was there sitting, lying down, and both Arjuna and Duryodhana came to him. And Duryodhana sat near his head. Arjuna at the feet of Lord Krishna. When Krishna woke up, he saw first Arjuna at the feet. He said, what do you want? These both of them want. And he said, no, I'll keep all the armies, Shastra, Astra, with elephants, camels, horses, etc., all the one side. I unarmed. What do you want, Arjuna? I said, Lord, I don't want your these arms and ammunitions and people, horses, camels, and no, I want you unarmed. But Duryodhana was very happy. This fool doesn't know. See how much of I'm kidding. But finally, what happened? Duryodhana perished. And all of us are like Duryodhana. When Lord gives you an opportunity, do you want me or my gift? We always say, Lord, give me promotion, give me increment, may get married, may get a house. It is God's gift. Ask him. I want you, Rama. I want to realize you, Parabrahman. Are you understanding? That should be the puja. And those who are not having self-control and self-discipline cannot progress in spiritual front also. You must have reasonable control over yourself and self-discipline. And avoid arguments, friends. This is very, very important, both there and here. Avoid arguments. Don't bother. Even certainly don't talk about politics, sports, and particularly those TV channels where 2.5 hours debate will be going on. 7 people, 3 people from this side, 3 people there, and centrally, and finally, nice, oh nice, nice, oh nice, and almost they come to blow with each other, and finally nothing happens. And you are watching that argument. No. They are wasting time, you are wasting your time. You also don't get into any argument and avoid be in the group of people who are arguing carefully. That is quadrant 4. Gossiping, avoid. Especially forwarding WhatsApp messages, another big gossip. You will not verify the authenticity. You go on sending because it is free. Avoid. Avoid spreading rumors. Procrastination, avoid. There are lots of time wasters. Avoid them. Now, reduce all these prayers I told you there only. What gives you temporary pleasure? It gives you temporary pleasure. Drink. If you get. What a pleasure. It is pleasure, but it is not good. I hope you understand. Smoking, drinking, gambling, junk foods, and going into a place where 4.5 hours you are going on, your dinner starts at 7, at 10:30 it is not over. Think. What are you getting out of this? And avoid those activities on those which are not in line with your spiritual practices. And try to, if you are trying to get knowledge, which is not required for your spiritual progress, that also is quadrant 3. Careful. Getting knowledge, which is not necessary, not important, because your goal is that. For that, this knowledge of sports, of politics, of this is not required. Reduce it. Now, increase quadrant 2. Practice karma yoga, bhakti yoga, jnana yoga. Karma we do, bhakti we do, jnana we get. But there is a difference. Karma should be converted into karma yoga. Bhakti should be converted into bhakti yoga. Jnana should be jnana yoga. Don't try to get unnecessary knowledge in further. And the best practice is what is called as Ashtanga Yoga. 21st of June 2015, we had the International Yoga Day. The world accepted India. And that day is celebrated all over the world as International Yoga Day. Their yoga friends, my dear friends, is again mistaken. Is only some asanas. Puja Gurudev Swami Chinmayananda said, yoga is not twisting the body, but straightening the mind. It is not twist. So, it includes yama, niyamas, asana, pranayama, pratyahara, dharana, dhyana, samadhi. And what is this part? This is to make your mind chitta shuddhi, make your mind pure, ekagrata, right? And practice, take the religious books, study the ancient Indian scriptures or the Vedas. In the end, they have got the Upanishads. Vedas have got Mantra, Brahmana, Upanishad. In the Brahmana portion, various rituals are prescribed. They are only preparations, ultimately to make your mind become fit. And there you have got the highest spirit. What is God? What is Jiva? What is Jagat? What is Ishvara? What is the relationship between? And you will find there is only one, that Supreme Brahman. And that, after getting Shravana and Manana, practicing. So now, we'll come to implementation practices. Now, please open or take a sheet of paper, and this will be the time matrix you will start writing from today. 1 page per day. 1 page per day. At the top, date. Maybe that date you start from tomorrow. Tomorrow is the 23rd. Notebook, matrix book. 1 day, 23rd day. And then you write time. Right from the time you get up, every units of 1 hour, you start writing time. For example, you get up from bed, let us say about you're a late waker. Time 5:30 to 6:30. What did you do? I answered manager calls and I did some exercises, asana, bada bada. And then next 1 hour, what did you do? Maybe you went for a walk or jogging. And then you had breakfast. And then you traveled Travel time you write from so and so to travel to so and so. And then what happened later on when next 1 hour, next 1 hour. This is applicable to all people, students, professionals, executives, CEOs, and spiritual people. All right from the time, I spend time in watching TV and WhatsApp and all that. You faithfully start writing. Date in units of 1 hour, 4 to 5, or 5 to 6, 6 to 7, 7 to 8, 8 to 9, 9 to like that. And then I had lunch, and then I had some rest, and then and then at 10 o'clock I went to bed. Like that, you're right. Time, activity, and then you allot in the night. Which quadrant is this? Each activity, is it Q1, Q2? Don't say 1, 2, 3, 4. Each activity you write is Q1, Q2, or Q4. Some of you will find only Q4. Some of you will find like that. Huh? And some of you will find only Q1. I'm doing all in crisis, emergency. So please write that. Time, maintain that time matrix. And believe me, friends, in all the companies where I have done, this tool has increased productivity of all the people. I have got documentary evidence to show it requires no other miraculous management tool to improve the individual, to improve the department, to improve the organization, to improve the country, to improve the world. The Prime Minister of India needs this. The President of India needs this. A sweeper needs this. Simple time matrix. Start from today. I will be happy that you will all do it. Please note down. I am sending you so much time. Please write down this. And then next, one tool is time matrix. Second tool is, please sit tonight after this class, after you had your dinner, sit down and switch on your DVD, your own DVD. Try to find out every day in the night before you sleep, switch on your DVD and do what is called as Atmavalokan, introspection. Find out what are your activities you have done from morning to, just watch. Here you are not writing, just watch. From this time I got up, I did this, then I did this, then I did this. Let's say. And then also write down, watch and not write down, watch your speech. I spoke good words too. I spoke bad words. I spoke intolerable. I was very pleasant. Use good and bad action carefully, good and bad speech, and more importantly, what others do not know, your own motives. Good motive. You are looking so good that the lady is shaking hands, but inside, maybe I hate that person. With a smile, I do that. But nobody knows your motive other than yourself, my dear friends. Fortunately, nobody can see your mind. I always tell my people, it is God's gift that you are not able to see others' mind. If you can see others' mind, no marriage will last for 2 days. Fortunate. Even after 25 years of your marriage, you do not know what is happening in your partner's mind. But you know it. What is happening? Please watch all the three. Your own good and bad actions, your own good and bad speech, your own good and bad motives. ಒಳ್ಳೆ ಕೆಲಸ, ಕೆಟ್ಟ ಕೆಲಸ. ಒಳ್ಳೆ ಮಾತು, ಕೆಟ್ಟ ಮಾತು. ಸದುದ್ದೇಶ, ದುರುದ್ದೇಶ. And this will help you to achieve your goals, all goals of life. And every day you find out how you have progressed as a student, as a professional, as a spiritual sadhak also. How progress I have made. And your efficiency will improve. You will manage your entire affairs better. And you will become aware of the mistakes on your own. Nobody will be telling you. You know it. And the moment you become aware, you will correct your own mistakes. And you will improve relationship with people. because relationship with you is very important. Your anger reduction, because for spiritual people also, anger is kama krodha. All of you have seen how dangerous it is. Atma Avalokan will help you to reduce your anger, frequency of the anger. In the beginning, you will be getting 3 times angry per day. Slowly it will, and once anger comes, another 2 weeks I won't talk to him. Beginning. But afterwards, when you start doing introspection, your duration of anger will reduce. The frequency of anger from 3 days, you will come to once a day, once a week, or once in a month you become angry, and that too for a few minutes and it will go away. Fantastic thing. And most importantly, this is the best tool available in this world for time management. How did you spend your time? In which quadrant you spend? Quadrant 4, have you eliminated? Quadrant 3, have you reduced? Quadrant 1, there was no need. You have increased quadrant 2. This you will get. Atma Avalokan. And believe me, my dear friends, today at 76, I am able to remember things only because of introspection. I have made experiments with, see, we were connected with the RV College of Engineering from 96 to 2018, 22 years. Every year we have trained more than 2,000 students. Our purpose was personality development program and managerial skill development program, soft skill development, how to make them employable, how to make them get employment and all that. But one of the things what was necessary was memory. And we had in one batch of electronics and EEE 400 students, and we divided them with equal merits to 200. And we exposed only one batch to introspection. The other batch, deliberately we did do it. Believe me, my dear friends, even academic results were outstanding in the people who did introspection. They get tremendous, in the night hey, what did I learn in the first class, first period, second period? Fantastic. With the less investment, they were able to get better. But that is not the only one. Even in spirituality also, you read some shlokas, you read some spiritual books, and by the time you come to 3 pages, you will have forgotten. What use is that? Memory improvement is necessary for all people. I'm dividing this time management to all. This technique of introspection will 100% guarantee you, your improvement, your memory will improve. This is required for even spiritual sadhaks. What is the use you read and by the time you come to the end of 4 or 5 pages, you forgot the first page? 4 quadrants, we are aware, and now we have also given you the tool of introspection and try to put it into practice, all of them. Please try, you have known Q1, Q2, Q3, Q4, and then start your time matrix from tomorrow. Don't postpone, my dear friends. If you love yourself, understand 4 quadrants, start writing time matrix, start doing introspection. Hari Om. Back to our Vasu, if you have anything.